Hello, welcome to the Making Excuses podcast. I'm Julian.
I'm Trevor.
And today we're joined by Martin.
A MiRider, yeah.
For MiRider. So MiRider, we're at the Caravan, Motorhome and Holiday Show.
Yeah, you've got that right, yeah.
In Manchester.
In Manchester. So you are doing, you've got a stall, you've got a stand for the MiRiders.
Yeah.
So where would people have seen MiRider, the bike? Where would you have seen those?
Well, we exhibit at a lot of shows. This is our key sector, really, the motorhome and caravan sector.
Yeah.
Is where we sell most of our bikes to.
Okay.
So you'll see us at any shows, but also at dealers. So we have like 200 dealers nationwide now that stock the product. So you could walk into a bike shop and see us there. So
because this is what we were saying off camera is, I went and bought a Chinese bike, and it's like, it was cheap by it and everything else, but the support side, the sort of backup side of that, that sort of support angle is something that you could probably do better than they could.
Yeah, I think like we always set out to provide a great product, but also the service is equally as important to us. So like spare parts or like warranty, for example, if we don't have the parts on the shelf, we can't build bikes. So because we make them in Wigan, if we can't do that, then we can't send a part out if someone wants one. So for us, it's about selling the bike, but also looking after the customer as well.
Yeah.
But you could have that done with us at the factory, or you can have that done through the network nationwide.
Yeah. Which a lot of other companies don't have.
No, but it's like, that's why they can offer it cheaper.
Yeah.
Like they can sell a bike, but if you have a problem, even 2-3 weeks later, you might not be able to get in touch, or might not be able to get the part you need. So.
Yeah, so that's definitely a great selling point. I think another selling point is your bike frame. It all looks like unique to you. Yeah. Do you know the rear shock absorber and the sort of style of the frame? You don't see. So a lot of e-bikes in general have, like, you see, I've seen that style before. I've seen that style before. But yours is quite unique. Is there something?
Yeah. So if you look at our bike, it's very different, in the way it looks to others, and that's because it's like a cast magnesium frame, so it's not a traditional welded tube frame. That gives us some advantages. That gives it a nice chunky look, but also like lightweight and strength, because in a folding bike where you've got hinges, you need a lot of strength, so you don't want that twisting sensation or the flimsy feel. So there's a few reasons why it looks like that, but also ultimately it's a MiRider, and that's what we want. Yeah. What we want to see.
When you see one in the street or something like that, you say that is a MiRider.
It's exactly that. People see them on campsites, and they can instantly recognise it as MiRider. But if they haven't seen it before, it's very distinct. So it's like, oh god, well, let's have a look at that.
So Martin, when people look back at their childhoods with regards to the bikes that they used to have, there's a well-known bike brand that you don't see as much anymore that begins with an R.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say?
I didn't ride one, but
but
I wanted to ride one.
Yeah. It is the name that most people can think about, but we're seeing MiRider an awful lot now everywhere we go, both online and on the streets, and you've done brilliantly to say that you've not been going decades and decades, have you? So how long has the brand been going?
So we just celebrated our five-year birthday recently, back end of last year, and it's not a long time. It feels a long time for me, but in terms of a product or a new company breaking into the cycle industry, which is typical, quite traditional market really. So to do that, it's been a challenge, but it's been actually good fun, along the way. And I'd like to think we've done a lot of things right. We've approached it maybe differently than what the traditional bike sector would be, and I think that's the way we've done it really.
What do you think the success? What would you think is behind the success story? Would you say it is a mixture of like the products, the customer service that you gave, or what has been the reason for the success story in such a short space of time?
I think the entry point into the market. So when we thought, right, we want to do an e-bike, it wasn't right, let's pick the most popular sector or bring a load of different models out. We picked a niche sector, so folding bikes is quite niche. We thought, right, that's our entry point, and we're going to do that really well. We're going to do that product really well. And then also the the motorhome sector, the leisure sector was booming at that point in time, in and around COVID. So that really helped give us a platform to go. We also used a lot of influencers like YouTube, people like yourselves, and anyone else who wanted to review the product, and that's where we really focused at the start, even though that opened us up to, the bike might not be very good, and it's a new product, so we're not really trusting it. So we did open ourselves up, but actually people love the bike so much, it started to really gain traction.
I've seen you've got Electric Bike of the Year award there.
Yeah, so just decisions along the way, and also like just believing in what we think as well, not just copying what traditional bike companies have done. Just loads of stuff focused on customer service and all the rest of it, and sent the bikes out to the press, as well. And again, it opens yourself up to criticism. Is your bike going to get a 2-star review out of 5, or is it going to get a 5-star out of 5? And we risked it at the start, but actually because we believed in the product, that risk was worth taking. And as you're saying, it's won multiple awards now in just 5 years. So
it's something to be proud of. That's really, really good. 5 years is not a long time in the bike industry.
No.
I was saying, in fact, I picked a folding e-bike on purpose because I don't have a big trailer or something like that. So that convenience of folding something up and putting it away, maybe not using it all the time. So people with motorhomes, you're right, they could just tuck it away and have it think, instead of having this big thing taking a big space, you've actually come up with the design, and a sturdy sort of design, lightweight, that'll shove away in a cupboard somewhere and everything else. So that's a really good selling.
Yeah, it's got to be. Our philosophy is simplicity though, and e-bikes now are getting quite complicated. They've got like apps to turn them on, and massive big heavy things, and satellite navigation and all that sort of stuff. What we focused on is keeping it very simple. Great to ride, low maintenance is key, because not everyone's a mechanic. So low maintenance and just very good quality, as good quality as we can get, and that's what we're focused on. So you'll see all the bikes, they have the same electric system, the same motor, same battery cells, everything, keep everything really simple, but great fun to ride.
Now I did notice the first thing you think about a bicycle and problems that can occur, and you think of a bicycle chain. Now right behind me, I've noticed this bike does not have a chain, does it?
No, that's got a belt drive, but it's not only got a belt drive, it's got a gearbox as well, quite an innovative gearbox solution. So 75% of our sales are a single gear chain, and again that's for simplicity and low weight, but the customers were asking for like a gear version, rather than us putting a derailleur system like you would on a normal bike on the back of it, and all the downfalls on that has, like weight and adjusting the gears and oil and all the rest of it. We've tried finding a solution which was much more simple and low maintenance, so we found a gearbox company in Poland, and they'd done a concept product, and we really liked the idea, but it wasn't really a market ready thing. So our engineering department took it, redeveloped it, and now as you can see, it's on our bike, but it allows us to have a belt drive whilst keeping the motor in the rear, which we think is the right place, and also the weight of the gearbox is low and centre, which is great for the riding experience, and that's the bike model. That's actually won e-bike of the year twice.
Wow.
With the gears, and it's the concept of having gears but not having any of the downfall of gears. So that's what the reviewers really liked.
Yeah, because we've reviewed a single gear e-bike, and we're saying from Yorkshire, so it's all the hills, and I was sort of fearing having this one gear thing, but the e-bike side of it. So if you didn't have the gears, if I didn't have the battery, I'd think that I commuted the same commute as I did, and I didn't notice any difference. So a single geared e-bikes is probably the way to go. For the maintenance and the overall sort of.
Just depends. It depends on your situation. When people ask me which bike is for me, well, really, the bikes are designed for different scenarios. Like if you've got a small camper van, and you can't have a big bike, then the smallest one's great. If you've got still short in space but you prefer a bigger wheel bike, the middle one. If you've got a big motorhome with a garage, but you still want light and compact, go for the big one. And that's what we've designed it in that way. Not, we've designed them all to serve a purpose, whilst all looking good together.
So can people come and test drive these bikes? Do they have to go to the dealership, or can they come to you direct? Or?
So either, predominantly most of our sales are through our retail network, so traditional bike shops.
Yeah.
You can go on the website and find your local one by just putting in the postcode in the dealer search.
Yeah.
Or you can come to the factory, so we have a showroom and you can test ride them, meet the team, watch them being built. So either really.
I think that sounds like an invite for us there, Trevor. I think I'd like to see.
Just don't have me building one.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go around here. It's very busy, but I don't mind going to seeing how they're built and taking for a little test drive around the tracks. What do you say?
Does that mean cones? Cone challenge.
We could do.
Yeah, we do. We've actually got a ramp as well. It's not a jumping ramp, but it's like just to test the suspension out.
Yeah. Right, okay, well there you go. That sounds like a fun
I'm
video.
perfect to test suspension.
Well, thanks again, Martin, and thanks for watching the podcast.
We enjoyed that. We'll put a link in the description below to the MiRider website, and thank you ever so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Martin, and thanks for watching.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.